Welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix a General's 0 hour to make the best game ever. And the last session, we made some progress with some fixes, right? Some fixes, trying to polish a little bit. So we have this issue here. I still cannot think of a way to mitigate this. I think the problem simply is the scroll bar. The scroll bar takes one frame to round trip because it's only updated after this, but we need it before, right? So I think that's a problem. And we can't retroactively edit, change the layout after we have already created this table. So I think that's the problem. Like when we enter this here, we know that we need it, unless maybe there's a way to update the table before. Is it possible to update the scroll bar state of a MGUI table before drawing that table? It's not possible. Computed during the table's layout process. Table is rendered. There are ways to influence this table's scroll behavior before drawing it by setting certain flags or style values or by retaining the scroll state. Ah. Maybe we can do something with hiding the scroll bar, this one frame. How would we do that? Well, it can't. Remind me, why did this not work? If get window height is bigger than max height, or bigger or equal, larger or equal, then we reduce it. Why did this not work? Okay, can we... Okay, let's first read what this one said. So, set scroll position after table creation. Restore scroll position across frames. During the previous frame, update the desired scroll position. In the current frame, set the desired scroll position. Use no clip to prevent clipping during table rendering. What? Cell padding, item spacing. What is this now clip? No, clip doesn't exist. No, it does. Disable clipping rectangle. Clipping rectangle for every individual columns. Clipping rectangle. Items will be able to overflow into other columns. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. No, I don't want that. No. ChatGPT can make mistakes. What? Yeah. I don't have good idea on this. It's it takes one frame to update this. And if we remove this, then this won't help us, because then it just means the scroll bar never comes, right? So that doesn't help. That doesn't help. It's too bad. It really is too bad. I wonder why is it not bugging when we go down? It's hard to reason about this thing. Scroll Y. Yeah, what really would help is if we could like hide it, but still get the updates, right? Somehow. But scroll bar Y. Scroll bar. So if we remove this, let me just make a test. So no scroll. Then now I expect that the table width is always small. No, it's always full. It always takes a full space. Yeah, it always takes a full space, and we don't get any scroll bar. Right? That's my expectation. And if that is the case, then it means we can't do any tricks with showing or hiding the scroll bar. Right? Huh? The hell is that? Huh? Why is that? Why is there still a scroll bar? I'm confused. There still is a scroll bar even though we removed it. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Why? Who does this scroll bar belong to now? What the hell? Resize. It probably belongs to this one here, I guess. Now. Right? Bah. Wait, if that's the case... mgui childs always vertical scroll bar. Oh, there we go. Sometimes the solution is so simple and we're just oblivious to it. So we can remove all this garbage. And we remove this garbage. And we're done. This garbage. Wow. Wow. There's something. I thought it was not possible to do this for some reason. But it is. So stupid. Wow. So stupid. Okay, but we need to double check that the tables still work correctly in all regards. Okay, but this is quite amazing. Okay, so this one doesn't move. This works as intended. Let's check some other. Let's move this wider here. Okay, we have a scroll bar down here. Okay, this works. And we can scroll sideways, yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. That is nice. That is very nice. Yeah, so we always have a scroll bar here and no more bugs. Okay, excellent. My gosh, that took so long to figure out, but the solution was so simple. Okay, this looks very, very solid now. Yeah. Okay, now the only remaining problem is the hiding of this. But I think there's no real solution, because the scroll bar here, it does not belong to these things here, and it can't belong to these things because it needs to belong to these bodies, right? So yeah, that's a problem. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's not the end of the words, I guess. Maybe. If we compare it with this here, yeah. Here we have the advantage that the bar is always visible, the header is always visible, so this surely looks much nicer, but I don't know how we can replicate this here if we want to have these 3 sections, right? This is not perfectly clean here, the space at the end. Because of this. I think this is correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, but at least the sizing looks good. Yeah, I don't have a good idea for this thing. It would be nice if the scroll bar and the header was always shown, but I don't see how we can do this without putting it all in one table, right? But then if we put it all in one table, then we won't have these separate views, right? It will be one scroll bar spanning across the whole thing, which I think will be worse. It will be worse in some, like if you look at the function this way, it's better to have the split view here, right? Where these are separate entities. If it was all one table, then I don't know, it probably would be weird, because then when you scroll over to the side, then side things here could get out of view, right? So I think it has to be like this. Yeah. Which makes it a bit unfortunate here with the header, but yeah. Maybe there's still some way to do it, like I don't know. Hmm. So here we have this table setup scroll freeze, right? Makes top row always visible. Yeah. What are the arguments? Columns, row. Okay, so what happened if we copied this guy to the other? I expect it won't work. Where's it? Here. Let's delete this stuff here. Okay, so we just put it here. Let's see what happens. My expectation is that it doesn't work. Or maybe even introduces some strange behavior. Because essentially this 3-column table, it's just one row, right? So yeah, it does nothing. That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's nothing. Actually, there's this concept here of these synced tables, right? Where is it? Columns, synced instances, right? This one, where you have this, but then would this also be synced with scroll X? We can make a test. So So what if we here created another table? Here. And so they have the same name now. And we put the same headers row here. Yeah. Table headers row. Then we set up this guy here. And that's basically all of it. Okay, let's see what happens. This looks really stupid. Probably get some assert now. Oh, worse. Okay. Okay, it's different than I expected. Yeah. Okay, let's well, hold on. So if we, well, it's not synced. Wait. Oh, it is synced. But the scroll is not synced. It's kind of wild. That's wild. No, that is useless. I thought that maybe we could do something like we have a separate table with the headers, and it has no body, and then that one is always visible somehow, and then. But yeah, I think we can't do this. Okay, let's delete this shit here. Yeah. Good. All right. What else? Ah, the clipboard stuff. Maybe we should test a bit with that. Make header rows always visible. Yeah, okay, since we established that this one does not work, might as well just remove this here. All right. Okay. Okay, do we have a, this one we also don't need anymore. Yeah. What about this one? Function lists. On functions interaction, what does this do? File update, descriptor, process async. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see if current state looks okay in principle. And then we look at the clipboard thingy once more. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, the thing with the thing is with the scrolling is a bit unfortunate, but I think it's quite okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. I do wonder if we now close the program and reopen it, does it save this? So for example, let's say we make this super white here. So now we close this. Now we restart it. Compare. Any. And it saved it, yeah. Okay. Okay. Then there's before we do the clipboard, there's actually one more thing, and that is this stuff down here. This one. We don't have anything drawn in there yet. Probably should. Yeah. Now, when I think about this, actually think we need to re-add this to matches. To this one. Yeah. So oh man. Function entries. Right. Here. Okay. Match function entry. So here we need another function. Comparison manager. unmatched function entry. And there we give the named function. Named function. Well, let's draft the code in here before we do anything like that. Okay, so what do we need to do? It needs to okay. I think essentially we also need something like this here. Let's call this matched function resize. This is matched function table, and then and in here we have function assembler table. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think we need something similar. Let's simply copy this whole code here. And we just dump it in here. And we don't need the records. Instead, we do name function dot function dot get instructions. ASM instruction variants. Okay, so ASM instruction variants. There we go. Variants. Let's call it variance. It's okay. Or let's call it instructions. No. Variance. Okay. Consts. Okay, now the max table height is variance.size. Outer size for table Z. Maybe we should clarify that this is the default resize child default size. Default size. Outer table, outer size. Default size. Okay. So you have this outer size. Matched function resize. Matched function. Yeah, I guess we can take the same names here. But we don't give it a scroll bar. Matched function tail. Let's put it here imgui window flags. No scroll bar. Okay, and then so in here we do the same thing. Assembler records table. Records. I I think the code will be a bit different. So essentially here we will have I, site is I. Or if I equals 1, I if I equals 0, named function we already have here. So we don't need this. What did we need the revision for in here? For the file content, okay. Let's see. So I think what we do is we will have another function here, and that function will be for ASM instruction variants. Actually, we can also call it records, and it won't have a side index, so it will just be like this. And this one will be very similar to this function, but it simply takes different data, right, to accomplish similar things. Which then actually means we don't put this in here. Okay. So this records, then we put this here, records, there we go. And then we don't have a side. I don't know why I put 8 here, it should be 0. And then we simply pass this here. And I think we can remove this, and this, and this, and the side is I. And this one needs nothing, and don't need to pass a side, and that's it. Mm. So basically the logic is very similar to this one here. Match function. I think we simply pass named function. Yeah. So matched function entry. So we will have here a function comparison manager. Let's put it here, and we call it named function entry. And revision descriptor. Let's so revision dereference revision then we can also remove this. So we do give the site index, and we give the revision and named function. This one can also be moved down here. So we have a named function, records, revision, named function, index, function. Named function. Revision, records. Records. I think the records we don't need to pass. So name function entry. Yeah, okay. So here we also pass name function. We don't pass the records here. The naming is shit. So here we would take this guy, put it in here. Okay, so here we would continue implement. And why is this called match function entry? It should be named function entry. What the fuck? Oops. Why do we pass descriptor? Here we would just pass name function. Site revision. Site revision name function. Sites revision name function. And so we would call here size I, file revision, and name function. Right? And then we would take all this stuff here and put that in this function, which it didn't jump to, because why would it? Yeah. Put this in here. Static. Okay, so we would need the side index. It's kind of wild that we need a side index here. Sides index. Replicates the same 3-column table as would the comparison table. Okay, so what's the problem here? Declaration is incompatible. Of course it is. Revision. Okay, that works. My gosh. Yeah, let's see if it compiles so far. And so we would then take So show source code columns. Okay, looks like we need to pass down the site index also to here, because it's still relevant. And site index. Well, how about we do if constable left side, if left side, then that's can we simplify this to just left, if left side, then it's 0, otherwise it's 2. Can we do that? Then we could remove all this stuff here. Ah. I'm not sure. Let's test. So we have records up here. Or we could also, instead of getting records, you could also do instruction counts. Get instruction counts. Const un32t records, right. Instruction counts. Actually, hold on. What does it return? This doesn't contain the labels, right? Oh, it does. No. Huh. ASM. It doesn't. It doesn't contain label count. Okay. Then, no, we can't do that. Has to be records. Okay, so let's see if that at least draws like the tables outline. Yeah, I mean, we can't see it, so this is actually correct behavior. Yeah, because there's nothing in yet. Yeah. Okay, so this could be okay. Yeah, for all we know. Yeah. We don't really know. So if you double click here, oh, it becomes very small. Huh. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Okay, so yeah, we need to put something inside now. And I think we copy this stuff here for starters. Right? Because it mostly will be the same logic. So there will be a source file, will be file content, show source code columns, blah blah, table, left side. Okay, and what will be different is stuff down here. Oh. Which is a bit sad because we have a lot of code duplication. But this one we want to simplify somehow. Yeah. We'll see. Let's make this a bit more dense here. Okay, so we will have ASM instruction variants, and the instruction variant will have oh, that's it. That's it? What? Hold on. The only difference is comparison records. Huh. No, there must be more difference. Instruction variants. Contains ASM label or ASM instruction. So we are looking at ASM instruction, else that. Here we can do ASM label. There we go. Continue. Yeah, this looks correct to me. Okay. Yeah, so the downside is that we have a lot of duplicated code up here, essentially. Well, that's not so nice. Okay, well, let's see if it works to begin with. You can still make a refactoring pass. Okay, so let's see. Aha. Okay. Okay, we don't have a scroll bar. Function assembler table. Function assembler. So it looks like we need a scroll Y in there. Scroll Y. Okay, we still don't have a scroll bar here. Scroll. Why not? Man, this scrolling stuff. The scrolling stuff is so complicated. Why don't we have scroller? Okay, but we can scroll. We just don't see a scroll bar. What about this here? Okay, we do have a scroll bar here. Okay, it looks like the scroller, it belongs to something else. Something else is scrolling. Okay, for starters, I would like to rename this here. Comparison manager. Matched function entry. named function. How about we call this named function table, named function content table. Then maybe we call this matched function. Matched function entry. What does that mean? Okay, why don't we just call it matched function? Comparison manager matched function. Okay, and then we call this matched function content table. And then we put these guys here. Matched function matched function matched function comparison matched function status table difference diff symbol table. How about that? And then we call this here print diff symbol. Then we put it down here. Actually, let's move this here, keep them together. Comparison manager, matched function, diff symbol table. Print diff symbol. Okay. My gosh. So complicated. Okay, so okay, so the problem is we don't have a scroll bar on matched function resize. No scroll bar. Okay. And we also have no scroll bar here. Then why? Ah, hold on. Here we have a scroll. Name function content table. Yeah. Okay, but this looks correct, yeah. Then why is this not working? So the scroll does work, but why is this not working? Get max tail. Is it because we put a table size here? Maybe that's why. So let's say we remove this. What the hell happened here? What is this formatting? Oh my god. Looks like a Clang format has a seizure. Absolutely outrageous. Okay, let's try this. My gosh. Aha. Aha. That works. That works correctly. And so if we made this larger, we also get the scroll bar here. Yeah, okay, so this works perfectly fine. That's good. Okay, cool. There's one thing here. So since this has no scroll bar, we should probably here available with scroll bar width. Invec 2 size available width minus scroll bar width 0.0f table size const because the problem I see here is that this one is not correctly aligned to this, and I expect on the other side it won't be aligned properly as well. So if we select some here, then oh, actually I think this should also always show the bar. Can we do that? Okay, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So I do wonder why is this not perfectly cut off here? Can we unselect these two? Yeah, so somehow there is like an offset here. I don't know where this is coming from. Why is this table wider? Oops. Why is this wider here? Oops. Here, I don't understand this. Why is this wider? Why is this wider? Someone. It's probably because there's no actual content inside, maybe. Maybe, yeah. Okay, then it means we don't need this here. Um, hmm. Why? What if we made it wider? What would happen then? That's extremely weird. Changes it a bit. But that's not good. I think here we can remove this now. So we have a table. Top row is always visible. That's good. Yeah. Get max table height. Is this still necessary here? Maybe. Let's leave it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, why is this here? Why is there an offset? Oops. I can't think of a good reason. replicates the 3 columns as it does for the real matched function table. To preserve the order, to preserve the layout of the matched function entries. Yeah, I don't understand why there's this offset here. I mean, it's not a super big deal, but it would be nice if it wasn't like that. I think it has something to do with the contents of this thing, aka let me see, this one here. Yeah. So let's say we just made one space here, or no space. This is empty. What happens then? It still is like this here. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. It's not the end of the world, obviously, but it would be pretty neat if it was properly aligned. Like, why is this different? What is this here? Huh? The expression 0? What? One. 0 smaller equal param 1. I don't get it. What's its problem here? I don't understand why it's complaining. To me, this looks perfectly valid. But I guess what we can do is we just move this out of here. And then maybe it goes away. But it's weird. keep an eye on it. Text unformatted, centered. Yeah. Okay, but other than this, it looks good. That I appreciate. Yeah. So we have an offset. Sure. I wonder if we should not do this, but do the proper indentation here. Brackets. Yeah. Okay. Boof. Yeah, why is this the format so bad? Why is this so bad here? There must be a reason. Well, let's make an experiment here. So here, this function. How about, no, name function. Here, this one. So how about for testing, we move this, and we put 0 and 2, right? Like this. So now it should draw the same table on both sides, right? There probably, maybe there will be ID collisions even, right? Well, who cares? Let's see. So, yeah. Okay, and we still have this problem here. And I don't know why there would be. Ah, I see why. Because here the scroll bar belongs to this, and here the scroll bar belongs to the table. That's why. I see. So what we would have to do is the thing we just deleted there earlier this here. We need to move here. So we do create a im vector table size 0. No. Available width, scroll bar width, const width minus this 0.0f table size. There we go. Let's see. Let's make a comment here. Set small subtracts scroll bar width from table width because subtracts scroll bar width from table width to replicate actual table width of the real matched function table. To replicate the actual table width of the real matched function table. Subtract scroll bar width from table width to replicate the actual table width of the real. To replicate the table to look consistent with the table of the matched function. Creates 3 columns to look consistent with 3 invisible columns to look consistent with the table of the matched function. Okay. Okay, so now the expectation is that the width matches the other one. Let's see. so finicky. Ah, that's like it. Yeah. So this now is properly aligned. Now, of course, here, this is different, but that's okay. Yeah. This is proper. Okay, cool. Then the layout is correct. Now, it is unfortunate that this one limitation here, this is not perfect, but I think it's okay. I think it's usable. That's all that matters. Okay, cool. Then let's remove this here again. All right. Yeah. Phew. All right. Yeah. Let's put here some function in. Yeah. 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 Okay, what's the time? 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with the result. We struggled a lot with the scroll bars, but I think now we figured it out. Yeah, the scrolling seems to be correct now. It's not super perfect here in this case, but I think we can manage. It's okay. I mean, there's always, you can always right click here and that shows you also the column names, right? So you can see, okay, address, assembler bytes. Yeah. So I think it's fine. Okay, cool. Then I think I will take a break now. And then next session, we clean up what we have now because it's fully functional. We submit it and then we think about how we can improve this. Like some of the code here is too complex for the left side, right side distinction of the columns swapping, inverting. That's too complicated here. So we need to simplify this and this and this and well, that's it, right? Yeah. So all this, yeah, I think we can make it better somehow. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, but it looks the result looks good. It shows well. Shows very well. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then and we wanted to look into the clipboard thingy, right? So maybe we do that next first. Yeah, the clipboard. Okay, let's do that first. Look into the clipboard if that's the easy thing we can do, because it would be nice to just like right click here and then copy to to clipboard, but maybe it's not possible, right? Okay. Then, or maybe there should be a button here where you click and then copy to clipboard, and then it copies the whole function into the clipboard. Yeah, but that's an extra feature. All right. Oof. What is the spam here? Switching INI and WND to XML or JSON makes life so much easier. They are more organized, easier to read, and way better at catching mistakes, like missing stuff or typos. Plus, most tools and languages handle XML JSONs really well, so you can quickly validate and process the data without a headache. It's just a cleaner, faster way to work. Don't think any files nesting. Particular, at any rate, syntax and format handling can be implemented via code and many other editors. Format lags, so switching to a different format isn't a solution. Coding those is. It would still expect WND and INI. As for typos, the game doesn't allow typos, or this must be right. Okay, serious. The engine doesn't process field names and match names with values, but assigns values based on the order of the lines. Field lengths. So he's asking about wiki. We have a GitHub repository for documents. General documents. We have repository for documents here. Yeah, the problem is, I mean, there could always be the case that you have an intermediate format, right? But I think for INI files, it's not worth it. For WND files, we didn't touch it much yet. I don't know. But I don't know. Everyone every modder is editing any file, so changing the format there, I don't think it will be that much of a benefit. I think it would be more of a benefit to just clean up the ini files themselves. So bring the ini format into a nice formatting, like get rid of all the crappy indentation errors, all the sorting error, wild sortings and wild comments, and like just like beautify what is already there, right? And then, yeah, I think that would already be big, because editing the ini files is actually pretty easy, right? It's easy to read text files. So I don't think it needs to be wrapped in a JSON or XML. If anything, XML makes it harder to maintain, because harder to write, at least, because it requires these tags, tag open, tag close, right? Whereas the ini is just variable assignment done, next line, right? So I would say ini is pretty easy. The layout, let's look at it in a actual ini. Like this. I mean, it's fairly simple. The only downside is you don't. I don't know. I think it's not worth the effort to make a new language for ini right at this point. I think it's not worth it. I think effort is more worth it to have the a W3D format, the text for W3D. This is where the effort should go. And for ini, we just need a formatter. That's it. Yeah. Like, for example, if you look at any of these files here, there's huge vomit in there. Like here, all this spacing inconsistent. Like sometimes it has spacing here, sometimes not. Sometimes you have empty line after the end, and sometimes not. Then this locomotor sits here all alone. Wild comments here. Yeah, I think this could be just like better. Like here, what is going on here? Someone had a seizure when typing this. Yeah. Here, what is this? Why is there a semicolon? What is this? Unacceptable. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I will take a break now. Yeah, I think things look good so far. Yeah, let's look at clipboard next, and then try to merge it, and yeah, then try to simplify, and then we go from there. Then I think the step after will be adding some coloring in here, because right now there's no highlighting for the errors and the matches. So we need some highlighting in here with colors. Yeah, but that will be later. Yeah, good. I will take a break here. Wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.